Welcome to the Bamgboshe Happy Hour. I am Peju Bamgboshe Rothlisberger.
Hi, everyone, and I'm Naomi Bamgboshe.
And this is the Bamgboshe Happy Hour Oscar special. Before we begin, we want to always recognize our sponsor, Recognition Model and Talent, the nationwide event staffing agency for all your needs.
That's right. Shout out to Recognition Model and Talent. Thank you, Recognition.
Okay. How are you, Ma? What's up?
Wonderful. I'm feeling great on this lovely, lovely Monday. A little bit unseasonably chilly, but still a wonderful, wonderful Monday.
Yeah. Well, we will see. You know, the weather will change by the time we do the next podcast.
Good.
All right. We always like to start everything off with a toast. And I think the toast for this episode should be none other than Mr. Conan O'Brien, who is just always hilarious. He did a great job as host. Want to give him his flowers. He is the same age as Brad Pitt.
Is he? I know he said he was.
That's what he says. Well, Conan
I know they're close. I didn't know if they were really exactly.
You think Conan was lying?
I mean, he is a comedian. If he is, it's not a big lie because they're both in their 60s for sure. I don't know if it was like a huge lie or if they're like exactly the same age.
Conan will be 63 on April 18th.
Oh, well, then they might be. Okay.
And Brad Pitt will be 63 on December 18th. So they're very close.
Okay.
Months, yeah.
Like the same age. Okay, good. Yeah. All righty.
Okay. Now, all I will say is while people may think one is a little bit more handsome than the other, that is Brad Pitt, Conan does not look old. He looks good. Like he kept himself in good shape for his age.
Yeah, well, his has those kind of looks that don't change easily. He's looked in his early 60s for the last 20
30 years.
Yeah. So he has that look. That's one advantage to not having good looks because you don't never lose them. You know, when I was much younger, people used to say, well, you know who really loses their look? Good looking people. Who the hell else has looks to lose? Ugly people don't have looks to lose. They just look the same. It's only when you have good looks that you can lose them. And Conan, he's not going to lose anything.
Let's go. Let's give this man his toast.
Conan was a gentleman and very entertaining. And shout out to Conan, continued success, health, wealth, happiness. And you seem to have those things, and good for you, Conan. You were a gentleman and funny. Salute to Conan.
Salute. Whew. I have my hot drink today.
All right. Well, I have a cold drink.
Well, we briefly talked about Conan, but I thought that Conan was very funny. I hope that he does it again next year. His skits were funny. His jokes are funny with Timothée Chalamet. He did some regarding Trump. He didn't actually say his name, but we knew, what he was talking about. And he has some tender moments.
The joke about let's rename it. What did he say? The Little Peter Show or whatever.
Oh,
that was so funny.
He also had a couple of tender moments too, where he said that we love you, Marty Short, because unfortunately that Martin Short lost his daughter at the age of 42 last month, and so he was not there in attendance. But other than that, he kept everything moving. They had the skit at the end from one battle after another. That was like the Sean Penn scene where Sean Penn in the movie, he died in the room. And then they tried to make it seem like Mr. Beast will be hosting next year. I hope they don't do that, please. Oh, hell no. But I really enjoyed Conan. I thought Conan was good.
They don't do what? You hope they don't have Sean Penn hosting?
Well, no, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is a very popular YouTube guy that does the Beast games. That's where they gave away like 5.5 million or something like that. Or I think the last one was 10 million. I think they gave away a prize for that on that show, Beast Games. It's real popular now. It's he's young. So
Okay.
anyway, to make a long story short,
Young people. I'm not that old myself. I know many young people, but I did know who you were referring to, and I don't know that you should have assumed that our audience knows who you were referring to.
that is my bad.
Okay.
Anyway, Mr. Conan O'Brien, what are you giving him on our rating system, on our top shelf, premium, or you know,
I'm going to give Conan
Gooch?
I'm going to give Conan an 8.5 top shelf.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna give him, I will give him about a 9 top shelf because I think it's a very difficult. He did it. This is the second year in a row he did it. And he kept up that energy. And sometimes it's not as easy to do it the second time around. You got to live up to a lot.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I gave him a lot of credit for the opening skit where he had to have so much energy. And some way, somehow, I don't know what part of him was actually doing the running or if it was someone else. I'm not really sure, but it was very, very high energy and I liked it. I thought it was really funny.
Well, I missed the first 5 minutes, guys. So please forgive me. I had the time mixed up. Why was the Oscars so early?
I don't know. That was my question to you, daughter. Why was it at least an hour early?
I
Uh,
know they always have complaints that the Oscars are so long because it always runs really
yeah,
long,
yeah.
almost 4 hours.
They didn't shorten it. They just made it earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was still just as long, right?
Yes.
Still with 3.5 hours long. Any way you slice it, you know.
Yep. Yep. But anyway, like I said, love Conan, love his jokes on AI. Just he had a lot of really, really great jokes. Let's get into a little bit of the red carpets, Ma. If you can recall any like standout moments, didn't have to be the red carpet, but just fashion at the Oscars.
Okay.
If you need some time to think, I can, tell you a few.
Okay. Well, how do you want to do this? Do you want to name them and ask me what I thought, or do you want me to I can tell you some standout bad outfits. I did the ones because so many were beautiful.
Hmm.
I think if you really didn't dress well, it stood out because most of the outfits, the men and the women, most of them look fabulous. Most of them look
Well,
very lovely.
Well, I'll mention a couple that I thought was, stood out in a good way, and then
Yes, absolutely.
uh,
Go.
I thought Teyana Taylor, her gown looked great. She normally is always on point with her fashion.
Yes, excellent. Yeah, I agree with you. I co-sign on that completely. Love Tiana's gown. Loved it.
Rose Byrne, and Rose Byrne is
Rose Byrne looked beautiful. Love Rose Byrne too.
Rose Byrne is very nice looking woman. Sometimes she's a hit or miss with her fashion, but she was on point
Oh,
for the
yeah.
Oscars.
That's the best I think I've seen Rose Byrne look because
Hmm.
she normally, yeah, no, whatever. She gets away with stuff because she's pretty and slim. So she gets away with stuff, but sometimes her fashions are disasters. But last night, fabulous, on point.
I liked Kate Hudson. I thought she looked really pretty.
You liked her in the green, in the sort of pale green.
Yeah, I liked it. I
Yeah.
thought it was
I
different.
have to see Kate Hudson on the red carpet. So I got a good look at her gown. Very pretty.
I also liked Anne Hathaway. I thought Anne Hathaway looked really
Anne
nice.
Hathaway looked fabulous. And I thought that was so funny with her with the real Anna Wintour on
Yep.
stage. Oh, that was funny. And how she was referring to her as Emily. And I don't know for those who remember Prada, I just happened to see The Devil Wears Prada earlier or the same day. It was so funny. And Meryl Streep, who played Anna Wintour type character, referred to her assistants, no matter what their names were, she called them Emily.
Hmm.
And it was so funny. So during the presentation, Anna Wintour said to Anne Hathaway, yes, so and so and so, Emily. She was calling her Emily, or
Oh, yeah.
we were doing the presentation. So it was real funny. It was really, really funny.
I thought that was really funny as well.
And Anne Hathaway looked beautiful. She's another person who is also pretty, but I don't know too much about her fashion sense, but she was looking fabulous last night. Very good.
I like Priyanka. I thought Priyanka looked pretty
Priyanka looked
well.
great. Priyanka had on like white. Yeah, Priyanka looked great.
And I mean, those are just the people that kind of that stood out to me. I think Michael B. Jordan looked nice too.
Oh, I
Um,
love his suit. Love that cut on his suit. Love that a black on black cut. So I thought it was great. I loved it.
what did you think about Timothy Chalamet?
I didn't like Timothy's look at all. I didn't like Timothy's haircut. I thought it left a lot to be desired. I just wasn't feeling his whole presentation. Not at all.
Okay,
I
all
don't know.
right.
I don't know what he was doing or what he thought he was doing, but I didn't find it appealing at all.
What were some of the
Seen him in outfits that I did like, that I thought were, cutting edge and, attractive, but I wasn't feeling his look last night at all. No.
what were some of the ones that you thought was a misstep? You didn't like Timothy. Who else
Oh my
stood
goodness.
out in a bad way?
I didn't in a bad way. Pedro Pascal,
Oh
I
yeah,
thought he just committed fashion suicide. I thought his whole look was a big wreck.
yeah.
It's a hooch. It gets a total hooch. Didn't
Mm,
like his energy at all.
okay.
He wasn't given anything but just blah, just a big miss. Uh,
Okay.
and then you have your perennial fashion train wrecks, and that's Maya Rudolph. Maya just doesn't give a damn, and we just love her because we know she doesn't give a damn. If she ever showed up looking good, we'd be shocked as hell. Maya just does not bother. Okay.
Right.
So we got that. She intends to be styleless and shapeless in her attire. Let me tell you who else I thought was a tragedy. And I seen them dressed so cute in Palm Royale, and that's Kristen Wiig. She was so fabulous in all her clothes.
My that
I know it's not the same, but I'm saying she has better fashion sense. I don't know why she had on that terrible drab looking.
fashion sense, she doesn't control her clothes on Pomerol, huh? They have a okay.
I didn't say who controlled whoever, but she knows how to wear lots of nice things. She wore so many beautiful clothes on Palm Royale. She should know if she looks good or not. She controlled her fashion since the way she showed up at the Oscars. She controlled that. That
Ma,
was her choice.
Ma, you know who I love? And I know you're gonna get mad. You know who I love?
I'm
Mer
not gonna admit.
Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep. Look how she no, wait, hold on. Look how she dressed in Devil Wears Prada, and look how Meryl Streep dresses on the red carpet.
I don't know what your point is.
My point is that just because she dressed nice in The Devil Wears Prada doesn't mean that it translates to real life. I've never seen Meryl Streep like look as good as she fashion wise as she could because she didn't care
Well, let me just say this to you.
because she's Meryl Streep. She didn't have to.
Peju, in the
Mhm.
first place, Kristen Wiig is not Mel Streep. That's number
Of
one.
course not.
And then number two, here's the point. I didn't like her dress. I thought it was horrendous. Okay. And and um a person I love who would be who would be Misty Copeland. And I did not like her outfit. That's all. That's all.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Misty Copeland. Misty Copeland. Mm-mm. No, I forgot all about her. And then Ana de Armas. I don't know what that was all about. It was weird. And Amy Madigan. So I don't know. Okay. All right. So those were some of our hits and misses fashion wise. Ma, if you think of anything else throughout as we go through the actual awards, let me know. A couple of things that stood out about the award show, of course, was the in memoriam, and that was really touching. We had a lot of legends that passed away over the past few months. Obviously, Rob Reiner was a very uh, big legend who his presence was felt there. Billy Crystal was there, and many of the people who starred in his films were there. It was good to see them on stage, and it was very sad. We know we lost Diane Keaton, we lost Robert Redford, Catherine O'Hara, just so many people throughout. I can't think of his name, but from The Wire, we that that the gentleman's name, I can't think of it right now, but he was we'll miss him. Was it something Whitlock? I want to say, I can't think of the name, but I don't know, but it was very touching. Okay. And before we get into the categories, how about the two performances? You called this out because I thought maybe they used to do this. I thought that they would always have all of the nominated original songs that the people would perform them live, but you called it out. It was like, how are we gonna have time? They only had two performances, and the performances were great. Especially, I lied to you, where there's so many great artists. Raphael Sadiq was one of the co-writers of the songs, and we had Misty Copeland, who came out of retirement to have her performance there. We had Shabuzi showed up. We had Buddy Carter and Eric Gales and Brittany Howard and Alice Smith and Bobby. I can't think of his name, but he's a blues or jazz musician. And obviously, Miles from the movie was up there singing. And then, of course, we had the K-pop Demon Hunters singing Golden, and they had little white balls, globes, and even got Leo involved, and just all the guests. It was cool. So I thought that was really fun. What did you think of the performances?
I thought the performances were very good, and those were the two songs that won some type of award. For whatever, for musicality and or the picture or whatever. The winning, a lot of times the people that perform are the ones who are actually going to win something, and that's kind of like the foreshadowing that they do. And so it was good. I thought it was very good. I enjoyed both performances.
Okay. And so speaking of songs, for best original song, the winner was we kind of knew who was going to win. Golden, K-pop Demon Hunters, and they were really good. I was a little bit annoyed that they cut them off when they were talking. I felt like let them, say what they needed to say. And it is true. A lot of people used to kind of like, not take K-pop music seriously. And now it's winning Grammys and Oscars. And but I think it's a fun song. I Lied to You as well, of course. I just think that Golden just has been so popular.
Well, good. Good for them. Congratulations.
Okay, let's see. For international feature, we have now here's where I was surprised. We had The Secret Agent from Brazil. It Was Just an Accident from France, Sentimental Value from Norway, Surat from Spain, and The Voice of Hein Rajiv from Tun- uh I don't know where that's from. Anyway, I don't know where that one's from. I think it's anyway, it's not important. The winner is Sentimental Value. Now, I thought that The Secret Agent was going to win because there was so much hype about The Secret Agent, and they were talking about how Wagner Moura would be like the first Brazilian actor to win if he won the Oscar. And I just thought there was a lot of hype about it. I didn't expect Sentimental Value to win. What were your thoughts about it?
Well, I didn't have a whole lot of thought about it, period. But I really didn't think Secret Agent was that great, frankly speaking. As I think we saw it together. and I thought it was just okay. I didn't understand what all the hype was about. I thought the lead character was attractive. As shallow as that may seem, sometimes that's actually a factor.
Mhm.
Uh, that's all I thought. I didn't like it. Maybe it was too somber for me. Maybe I, was looking for a bit more brightness,
Mhm.
in the story. So, but in any event, I was very happy that sentimental value won.
Well, I'm with
I,
you.
I was very happy because I thought it was, you know, among the movies that I saw, and I saw at least half of them, if not more. I thought it was excellent. I thought it was relatable. I thought it was well acted. I thought there was great flaws and vulnerability in the characters, and
Mhm.
I actually enjoyed it.
I enjoyed Sentimental Value too. I liked it better than The Secret
Soft,
Agent.
yeah, me too. I
I,
thought it was, soft and poignant, at the same time.
mhm.
Yeah,
I just for some reason thought that the momentum was with The Secret Agent, but I was wrong.
yeah. Well, I mean, you never can tell, but
Mhm.
if I was a voting member, I would have given my vote to sentimental value. Yeah.
Okay, moving on to animated feature. This one I thought, had pretty much on lock from the beginning. We had Zootopia 2. We had little Amelie. We had K-pop Demon Hunters. We had Ilio, and we had Arco. K-pop Demon Hunters, huge hit, very popular. If you know any parents, and if you are a parent, K-pop Demon Hunters was on everybody's list of costumes, and it's just very, very popular. So good for
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Absolutely. Good for them.
Now, best original screenplay. I was crossing my fingers for this one. The nominees were Blue Moon, It Was Just an Accident, Marty Supreme, Sentimental Value, and Sinners. And Sinners won, and Mr. Ryan Coogler won his first Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay for Sinners. And congratulations to Ryan Coogler.
Oh, absolutely. And well, I would have given my vote to Ryan. Absolutely.
Did
Yeah.
you hear them? Well, I guess they said it in the show that Ryan Coogler obviously was invited to be a member of the Academy and turned it down
Yes.
because he didn't want to judge his fellow artists.
Yes.
So
And Conan said the rest of you pricks don't seem to have a problem doing it. Yes. I remember the entire joke. Yes. And I loved it. I loved it.
next we have Best Adapted Screenplay, and we had Train Dreams. We had One Battle After Another. We had Hamnet. We had Frankenstein and Begonia. The winner is One Battle After Another, and Paul Thomas Anderson will pick up his first among maybe multiple awards of the night. But this is after 14 nominations, he gets the win. Mr. Paul Thomas Anderson, aka Maya Rudolph's partner, husband.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, wonderful.
con-
Congrats to him. Oh, that was great.
I
I enjoyed seeing him win. That was great. And I enjoyed one battle after another. So
me too.
that was great. That was a double win. Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Very, very well deserved to me.
I feel so too. Yes.
Okay, now here's the category where I had the most problems with, and it is none other than the best supporting actress category. Now, in the best supporting actress category, we have Elle Fanning for Sentimental Value. We have Igna, I'm not going to pronounce her name, from Sentimental Value. We have Amy Madigan from Weapons. We have Wunmi Musaku from Sinners. And we have Teyana Taylor for One Battle After Another. Now, we saw all of these films. We got to, judge all of the performances. And they decided to go with Amy Madigan for Weapons To me, Weapons was not a good film. People said it was a good film. It got rave reviews from critics. I thought it was very silly. I was very disappointed in the film. Like this film, I was more disappointed in than like The Secret Agent. Like
Yes,
because
me
it
too.
it didn't
Me
make any sense.
was far better. It didn't make any sense at all. It was not well done. And what the hell was it supposed to be? I didn't like it at all. I can't even believe that they even mentioned, let's more give it a nomination. I can't even, they used to have a category or something called honorable mention. I can't even believe they mentioned it. Ah, no, I'm with you. No way, no how. Any of those ladies running in the same category were better. That not any, all of them were better than her, as far as I'm concerned. They were better. They gave better performances, and they were in better projects, in
Mhm.
better movies, better films. So
Yeah,
I just didn't. I'm with you. Just a big. I have a big question mark there. I'm still scratching my head. Like what the hell was going on?
I don't know. I thought it was a joke at first. I'm like, and they kept on with her because to me, Teyana Taylor, that was her award to win. And the rest of them, and like you said, in that category, were all just so much more interesting than Amy Madigan.
Absolutely, absolutely. I don't even know what happened with that. I'm not sure where they were coming from with that one.
Okay. Moving on to my, it appears I could be wrong, and please correct me if I'm wrong, Ma. Well, let me do this first. Okay, Best Supporting Actor. The nominees are Stalin Skarsgård for Sentimental Value, Sean Penn for One Battle After Another, Delroy Lindo for Sinners, Jacob Orlati for Frankenstein, and Benicio del Toro for One Battle After Another. Now, the winner is Sean Penn. And two things. I don't think that there was anybody that was nominated that didn't show up except for Sean Penn. I think he's the only one. This is in my notes. I don't know if I made that up, but I think it's true. All the nominees and obviously all of the winners except for Sean Penn were present.
Yeah. Yes.
And then I thought it was really funny when Kieran Culkin said that he
He didn't
couldn't
want
be
to come.
here or didn't want to.
Right. I didn't think it was funny. I don't like Karen
I
Culkin in the
I
first.
think he was calling him out though.
Yeah, I think he was calling him out, but I think everybody already knows that about Sean Penn. That's why it's not funny.
Got it.
He's demonstrated that attitude for years.
Got it.
Don't
Yeah.
forget, he's no new jack. Sean Penn is in his 60s. He's been odd, rude, strange, nonconformist for years.
Yeah.
He only came to the first, what was the first award show to start the season? People's Choice? What was the
Not People's Choice. Was
what
it
was
Golden Globes? It was Golden Globes.
Golden Globes? He came to the first one where he was ridiculed, made fun of by the hostess.
Nikki, what's her name?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Well, the
Nikki
female
Glazer.
Nikki Glazer.
Yeah.
Nikki Glazer talked about how other people try to look good and he looks like a wrinkled up worn leather bag or something. And then they did a close up of his face and it really looked like she said. And after that, he didn't come back anymore. He had just broken out of his shell and decided to show up at some of these shows. I don't know about a show, I'm joking. But he had just decided to calm down enough and come. And then after they put the spotlight right on him and she made that terrible mean joke and
Was it a terrible joke?
well maybe it was a good joke. I mean it depends on how you interpret it, but let's just say the joke was on him, and some people can take a joke and some people can't, and when the joke is that bad and it's really true, like they say there's a little truth in almost every joke, but there was a lot of truth in that joke. That was so much truth until it wasn't even really a joke.
Well,
Okay.
my Leo, they make fun of Leo all the time, and he shows up.
Now see, stop. Now stop. Because you just putting salt in the wound. You don't want me. If I'm looking like Leo, if I'm a cutie pie, whatever age I am or whatever I'm doing, I don't care what you say. I could laugh with you. Oh, ho, ho. So what? I'm still sitting there looking good. I don't care what you say, right? But if I'm over there looking like I'm about to dry up from the sun and you comment on it, I look like a damn raisin. I look like a sun-dried, a bleached out raisin. I might not come back again because you hurt my feelings. Yeah, I mean, it's like, wait, if I'm weighing 450 and you go put the spotlight on me and start making fat jokes, I'm not coming back. Don't be calling me
Oh,
out
ma.
for what is really
All
true.
right,
Now,
please.
I'm saying, you saying why nobody else came. Nobody else was ridiculed the way Sean Penn was. That's all.
All right, let me ask you a question, man. Did you think that Sean Penn deserved to win?
If I'm being, see, I have a bias against Sean Penn because I don't like the personal behavior. I don't like his off-screen antics. Okay,
Yep.
but if I'm just basing it on actually what we're there for, his performance. Yes, he gave a hell of a performance. It was a very nasty, unlikable person, but he gave a hell of a performance.
But he knows how to do that really well.
It seems to fit him like a glove. So yes, maybe he was playing himself and things worked out well, but he
Hmm.
did give a good performance. He really did give a good performance. It would be hard to say that anybody gave better, a better performance than his.
Right. I'm in agreement. However you feel about Sean Penn, one
Yeah,
thing is he's a hell of an actor. That's one
yeah,
thing.
yeah. He it does a good job. Yeah, good job. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right. Oh gosh. Okay, so let's get into the best actress category. So the best actress category, I was not happy with this, but this also was what we kind of predicted. We have Emma Stone for Begonia. We have Renat Renavie for Sentimental Value. I'm sure I pronounced that correctly as I speak Norwegian.
Okay.
Kate Hudson for Sung Blue. Rose Byrne for If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. And Jessie Buckley for Hamnet. And the winner is Jessie Buckley for Hamnet. She also was on my list of not well dressed people.
Uh,
I did not like what she had on. It just seemed like something very like kiddish, and I didn't like it. It was like pink and
okay.
something about it, but I wasn't happy with
Prom
this.
type dresses.
Yep.
He's going to the prom. Huh? I got it.
Um,
Okay.
I I'm sure Jessie is a nice lady. I just wanted Rose Byrne to win. Maybe I've just seen, Rose Byrne throughout the years and think that she's really funny and
Yeah.
but I felt her being I saw a different side to her in this If I Had Legs I'd Kick You, and I really was hoping that she would win. I honestly think that everybody in this category to me, except for maybe Renat, because Renat from Sentimental Value, she was good, but the like Kate Hudson to me was better than Jessie Buckley. Emma Stone obviously was better than Jessie Buckley and Rose Byrne. But I think that with Emma Stone, I think that she was so, good, like you said, in Poor Things,
Yes.
that it would be hard for them to give her another award. Like she's gonna have to really, really go all out.
Yeah.
That's how they are sometimes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What were your thoughts about the winner, Jessie Buckley?
Uh, you know, eh, okay. Just okay. My favorite. I mean, I didn't have a really strong objection to it, but she just let's put it this way. She was not at the top of my list. At the top of my list, I had two people ahead of her, and those two people were Kate Hudson and Rose Byrne.
Mhm.
And Rose Byrne, I mean, Kate Hudson, I just had there because Hudson, I just thought she was so charming and sang so lovely in a song sung blue. I loved it. I love the pairing of her with Hugh Jackman. I thought they were really good together. I liked it. And so that was Kate Hudson really in that category was kind of like my number one. And then after that, Rose Byrne. Rose makes me mad sometime with her characters, but but I realize, that she does have range, and so for those reasons, those two were certainly ahead of what's her name, Jessie Buckley, and
Mhm.
and she's won other awards already. She's been sweeping the awards. Uh,
Yeah, well, the Oscar, was the cherry on the top.
yeah, oh yeah, oh absolutely.
Rose Byrne did win, I think, the Golden Globe Award, but at that point, Jessie Buckley had won the Golden Globe too. They were in different categories,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay. Okay.
Oh well. So,
I didn't think Emma
better
Stone was going to get it. Emma Stone, if I'm not mistaken, just won for Poor Things,
yes.
and rightfully so,
Yeah.
because she was smoking in Poor Things. It was so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there, one other thing. A couple things that I did not mention, because we went through the categories, Mom. In this category, do you think that Chase Infinity should have been in there? And if so, who would we remove? Because
Hey,
in
Infinity for who? What?
One Battle After Another,
Oh, the young girl. Yeah.
Leo's
Yeah, yeah,
daughter,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
or Sean Penn's daughter.
Do I think she should have been in the category for what supporting?
Best Actress. Do you think that because she was nominated for SAG, Golden Globe, you think no?
Well, I don't know, because sometimes they have people who have sort of limited screen time, but yet they are,
No, I'm talking about for Best Actress, man. Because she was nominated before. They were pushing her for Best Actress, and she didn't get the nod for Oscar. She got the, nod for the other award shows, but they didn't nominate her. And this one, they put the sentimental value woman in Renat in her position.
I don't know. I don't know. That's hard. That's really hard to say because Um, I was thinking maybe they looked at time on screen in the film. That's what I was, looking at. But I don't know that that's even fair to say because to me, she didn't have a lot of time on screen. That's where I was going, using that as a barometer, as opposed to just performance. How long you sustain that performance. Because if everything else is equal, what do you use to quantify, how you're going to make a choice? You got me? So that's what I was trying to, that's what I was looking at. I don't know. I that was hard to say because the person that they I don't want to say the person that they end up choosing in that category was hella good in the film. So
Mhm.
I don't really I don't know that one would be a toss up for me. That would be very hard for me. I'm not really sure. Did you have strong feelings about it one way?
No, I didn't. I thought that the woman from Sentimental Value, even though I think that she was probably the weakest in between her and Jessie Buckley actually in the category, I think she rightfully so should have been nominated for Best
See, I
Actress.
think two things. I think either, now this is something, crackpot. I think either, or you might think it's crackpot, but for me, and I know they have to make these kind of decisions.
Mhm.
For me, either daughter could have made that category. To
Well,
me,
one was nominated for supporting and one was nominated for lead.
I'm saying they could have been interchangeable.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say because I thought the performances were equally good. You
Okay.
got me? I really thought that. So I thought that would have been more of a quandary. And I guess they decided how they were going to do it because they did include both of them. They
Right.
just, put them in different categories. Uh,
Okay.
to me, are all good performances, very strong performances. That's what I'm going to say because that's how I feel about. I enjoyed all three performances.
Including Chase Infinity
Yeah.
from
Well, that's what I'm
Okay.
talking about. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Well, she didn't get a nod, but
Well, I mean, I know, I
she's
got
young, and
it.
so,
I,
she'll have time.
absolutely, absolutely. And listen, some. no matter how we slice this, it's going to come out being unfair, quote unquote, to somebody.
Mhm.
Somebody that we think is deserving is not going to be acknowledged.
And some other people were wondering, I'm just thinking a couple people I wanted to throw this in as we're doing this.
Yeah,
Um, Regina Hall did not get a nomination. People were thinking she could have gotten nominated for Best Supporting Actress. And, when you look at the cast, I mean, the nominees,
right.
who would you take out? Because we have obviously Teyana Taylor. Her performance was more over the top, like more pronounced. Regina Hall's was more subtle, and I think that Regina Hall did a good job,
Yeah,
but I wouldn't take Teyana Taylor out. Wunmi Masuka from Sinners, I'm glad she got her nomination because I thought that she did a really good job. Amy Madigan, I didn't like her performance at all, and she won.
right. But I would
Um,
have taken her out completely.
the woman that was in Sentimental Value, Inga, who played the younger sister, I thought she did a good job.
I did too. I thought so too.
And then Elle Fanning was nominated too from Sentimental Value. So who would we take out? I would take Amy Madigan out and put in Regina Hall. But
Me too. Me too. But that's what I'm saying. Amy Madigan, as I said from the beginning, I don't think she should have been in the category at all.
no. Mm-mm. And then we're getting to this category now. Is it Pascal? Okay. Anyway, let's go for best actor. So the highlight of my evening, we have the best actor category. And some people felt that Paul is either Paul Mescal or Paul Pascal, who was in Hamnet, they felt that he should have been nominated.
He
And
should have or should not
he
have.
should have been.
Oh, okay.
I want to make sure that I'm saying his name correctly because he was in Gladiator.
Yeah, I
Uh,
remember him. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
so Paul Mescal. So just want to make sure I'm saying everything. Okay. So I thought he did a good job in Hamnet.
yeah.
And then another person too, honorary mention, Jesse Plemons, who was in Begonia. They thought he should have, got a nomination. Do you think that?
He's over the top anyway, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So
I thought he was good. I do think he was good.
So out of the people,
I thought he was good.
would you have put, let me go with the nominees. We have Wagner Moura from The Secret Agent, Michael B. Jordan from Sinners, Ethan Hawke from Blue Moon, Leonardo DiCaprio from One Battle After Another, and Timothy Chalamet from Marty Supreme.
Mm.
Now, we know that Mr. Michael B. Jordan won. I am so happy that he won. I think this makes him, it's in the either sixth or seventh black male actor to win an Academy Award. I think it's seven, right? I don't even want to go down the line, but I know we have Sidney Poitier. I know we have Denzel. I know we have Jamie. I know we have my man Forrest Whitaker. We have Will Smith, I think six, and then Michael B. Jordan.
Okay.
So there we go. And we only have one black woman to this day, and that's Halle Berry. That's
For
so
leading. For
for,
lead.
we're talking about lead, yeah,
Okay. Yeah, just
for
lead.
lead.
Okay.
Okay. So anybody in there, Michael B. Jordan to me deserved to win.
We already know who I would take out.
Who would you take out? I don't know.
Timothy Chalamet.
Oh, Timothy Chalamet.
Yes.
Timothy, who many people thought at one point he was favored to win.
Mhm.
I don't think he should have ever been favored to win.
I don't either. I
I,
don't either.
I think that
I don't even think he gave his best performance in that Marty Supreme or whatever it was. I don't even think he. He was okay. I don't think it was a great vehicle. I didn't feel the way everybody else felt about his ping pong movie.
do you think that all of the criticism that he's getting now is warranted? A lot of people felt
Yes.
that okay, and a lot of people also felt that he went out of his way to promote Marty Supreme with a lot of gimmicks from the beginning.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. I felt like that. I felt that that was a very bone-headed comment for him to make.
Yeah.
Very insensitive, very bone-headed, and it's like it was a self-inflicted wound. Okay, he did it. He caused it. Did you want to harm yourself? Did you also not realize as a result how offensive that is to others? And he's basically talking about his own damn community. I don't know if he understands that. It's all an extension of his own community.
Yeah, and Misty Copeland, shout out to Misty Copeland coming out of retirement to perform on the Oscars. She was really baffled at this because she was one of the early people who Timothy reached out to her and asked her to help promote the movie. And
Yeah,
she had on the Marty Supreme shirt and everything and was, promoting the movie for him.
right. That's what I'm telling you. No, he deserves everything he gets. He deserves, and he deserved not to win the Oscar. Good. And I think he came in a costume because he thought he was going to be walking up on stage to get it, and new hairdo and all that. I'm like, what? What?
Well,
I
he
didn't
was with
barely,
Kylie, Ma.
I don't care. Barely recognizable he was. He didn't even look the same. And I mean, he's not a bad looking little guy. He's not doesn't have much of a physique, but he's not a bad looking guy. But he looked strange. Yes, last night, right? He didn't look
I
as cute
didn't,
as he normally does.
no, I
That
didn't like that look.
haircut and all that. He did not. He did not look good.
Oh God. But guess what, Ma? He'll be fine. He'll be in his Willy
Oh,
Wonka movie
oh,
and
I'm
he'll be in his Dune movie.
think I thought he wouldn't be. Who cares if he won? I'm telling you, I would have removed him from the whole category. You think I would be worrying about him? Not at all.
The highlight of the night though was Michael B. Jordan winning for me. His speech.
Absolutely. I think he was the emotional favorite. Did you see
Yeah.
how all the people stood up? And,
Yeah.
it was just a real touching moment. It wasn't just us, the whole audience was feeling it.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
had a resounding, yes, yes, yes. The people loved it. Not just the black people, all the different type of people there, you know.
he's been on his grind for like 25 years,
Yeah.
and he's still a relatively young man.
Yes,
He's
of
been
course.
doing his thing, and I'm so proud of him. And I felt honestly, like I felt that he deserved to win. Like I'm not, he deserved.
I think that's what it is.
Yep.
But sometimes people don't get what they deserve. We
Yeah.
think he deserved to win, and he got what he deserved. And that's the wonderful part because a lot of times people don't get,
And
what
we
maybe it really did deserve, you
and
know.
we saw Leo giving him, embracing him, and it was the sweetest.
Yeah, and then Leo's another one. He ain't too worried about it. He's got whatever,
Mm,
you know. He ain't worried about a thing, and
yeah.
he does not need to be. I loved his attitude. Very great. Made me like Leo more just because his attitude in general. He showed up for everything. And he stood on the stage with him and did this and did that. I mean, come on. And Leo has had like every accolade you could think of. You know.
He did, but it took him a long time for him to actually win. Remember that it took him a long time. He had to go
Well,
from
sometimes,
hiding the bear and everything, the
yeah, well,
dead bear,
sometimes they do that. Yeah. Sometimes
the
they
revenant.
people are, yeah, when people are, like really nice looking and all that,
Yeah.
sometimes they have to work harder to prove that they are really very talented, not just a pretty face, that kind of thing, with a guy
I,
like, yeah,
I agree with you. I think that Leo had to work hard against being like a quote unquote pretty boy.
yeah,
You know, um,
absolutely. Absolutely.
But he has all one thing that I will say about Leo is that he has always put out good work and he takes his craft very serious.
Seriously. Oh yeah. And another thing you're talking about, but on his grind, we've been looking at Leo grow up on screen. We've
Leo's
seen him
another one.
kid on screen.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember him from what, This Boy's Life or whatever it was.
he's been
You
around for a while.
know,
Yeah,
and Gilbert Grape and this and that. I mean, we've seen him from a teen, the young teen growing up on film.
yeah.
Yeah. So. Well,
Okay.
you didn't see it all because he's, a chunk older than you, but I saw, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. So moving on to Best Director. Now we have Ryan Coogler for Sinners. We have Joaquin Trier for Sentimental Value. We have Paul Thomas Anderson for One Battle After Another. We have Josh Safdie from Marty Supreme, and we have Chloe Zoe from Hamnet. And the winner is Paul Thomas Anderson. We see him up on the stage again for One Battle After Another. I was fine with this. I love Ryan Coogler.
Side.
Ryan Coogler did win, earlier in the evening.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that we're going to see Ryan Coogler back again, at the Oscars. Paul Thomas Anderson, I thought One Battle After Another. I think he did a good job. It was a whole lot of stuff going on.
Oh, yeah.
All good. What were your thoughts?
No, I'm good. I thought it was well deserved, and I was happy for him. Yeah, I thought it was a good night for him and a good night for One Battle After Another. So,
Speak,
all good.
Speaking of that, our final category of the evening was Best Picture. And I will remind everybody again the 10 nominees for Best Picture, which we broke down for y'all nicely and gave y'all our thoughts on Best Picture nominations. We have Train Dreams, we have Sinners, Sentimental Value, The Secret Agent, One Battle After Another, Marty Supreme, Hamnet, Frankenstein, F1, and Begonia. And the winner, of course, was One Battle After Another. They had a great night, well deserving of, all the awards and accolades. Any little things. Let's see. One Battle After Another walked away with 6 Oscars. Sinners walked away with 4. Frankenstein walked away with 3. We know that Paul Thomas Anderson, he won his first couple of Oscars last night after, decades of nominations. Want to give a shout out to Autumn Durald Arkapaw, who became the first woman to win for cinematography. She is a woman of color. She is African American. She's Asian, Creole, everything all in there. And then it was a first night too for a K-pop song to win an Oscar. So wanted to give a shout out to all of those firsts. Um, Anybody in their mind, I think we kind of did it along the way, but was there anybody that you think, that we missed that deserved to win? That you were really mad at one or
Well, I don't know if I'm really mad at anything, but there's one person who was not even nominated, who I thought should have somehow snuck into some category somewhere.
okay.
Don't know how. I don't need you to explain, oh, they do this, they do that, they do the other. They're able to nominate and vote on who they want to. And I really thought that, no, because I know you're going to say, because this is coming from the left, but I really thought my man who played Frankenstein, I thought he was so good. He was not in any,
Oscar Isaac?
not Oscar Isaac, Frankenstein himself, the monster.
Oh my.
I thought
Ma. He was nominated. He was nominated. Jacob Arlotti, Frankenstein.
yeah, but he didn't win anything.
He was nominated for Best Supporting Actor, Ma.
But he didn't get anything.
So who? So he was.
He should have took Timothy Chalamet.
Oh no! Oh God! He was the. Yeah, he did get nominated, Ma. Never mind. He was there and nominated.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Well, then at least I'm not the only one who recognized talent.
Oh, God. Oh, okay, so moving on.
No, I didn't remember his damn name, okay?
Okay, a couple other things. We one
Pass his name very quickly, honey, okay?
Oh God, a couple other presenters. My I don't know if you want to give a shout out to Nicole Kidman and Ewan McGregor. I don't know what is up with Nicole Kidman, but something is a little bit different about her. I don't know.
She's starting to use drugs.
Something is up with her behavior.
Because
Alleged.
she's always happy and she's always talking too much and saying things.
In our opinion, guys, allegedly.
Oh,
So
I'm just joking, guys. No, no, no. I'm going to clear this up right now. I'm just making a silly joke. No, I don't know that she's doing anything, but I am going to say she is more, seems to be more lighthearted now, right?
yeah.
Right. Doesn't she seem to be more pleasant all
Yeah,
of a sudden?
she's on the prowl now. She's,
Well, good. Well, she's letting her best side show. Good for her. That
yeah.
makes sense. Because when she
Uh,
was with her husband, she always seemed to like she never smiled or anything. Now she's all smiles. I think that marriage maybe wasn't that good for her.
I don't know. I liked
And you know she likes her all her movies. She's always going with the younger guy.
Younger Men, yeah.
Yeah, that might be what she really likes.
I speaking of I like Sterling K. Brown's little skit with Conan. That was
That
funny.
was funny. That was really
From
funny.
what was it with Humphrey Bogart?
Casablanca.
Casablanca. Yeah, I thought that was cool. I like seeing my ladies from Bridesmaids. That was cute. They were really funny.
Oh yeah.
Um, Adrian Brody, I'm a mixed bag with him. I know he had to come out because he won the Academy Award last year, but he always has to make everything about him. I know he was making fun of himself from last year because he was doing too much. But every time I see him, before remember he kissed Halle Berry and it was her moment.
Right.
Well, no, it wasn't his, but no, I guess it was his moment. But he didn't have to kiss her like that. He
Right.
didn't just give her a peck. He
Right.
was,
He
yeah,
grabbed her and flung her down and everything. And at that
yeah,
point, she was married to Eric Benet. What's his name?
yeah.
Eric,
That's his
whatever.
name, Eric Benet. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what? Seems like maybe that was good. Maybe that was fine after the way he behaved. That seemed like it was appropriate because I was going to say, that was total disrespect to, her husband,
Yeah.
and her. But you know what? Maybe not.
Yeah. And it was also good to see Barbara Streisand. She was doing the best she could with what she was working with.
Oh yeah.
So, all in all, you finally, what do you give the entire award ceremony?
All in all, I'm giving it a top shelf 9. I'm
Okay.
giving it a top shelf 9. Oh, but I forgot to mention, well, I don't know. I don't want to say anything negative, but I think Teyana Taylor had some extra energy because there's several incidents with Teyana. She was hugging and headlocking, somebody there
The
going for,
director, Paul Thomas Anderson.
yeah,
And
she
then somebody touched her, a security.
she said somebody touched her. I guess they did, and she was like she was ready to do battle. Looked like she thought she was back in one battle after another. She
Well,
had PTSD from the film.
well, she is a dancer. They
And
say
then,
a lot of
well, dance
imaging.
does that have to do with her temper? But anyhow, okay.
She's a mom, ma.
Okay, wait a minute, hold on. And then there was another episode where I saw it came through on my telephone somehow. She was jumping up when they had the presentation for the category she was in, and
Mhm.
she didn't win, and she jumped up and made all kind of gestures and everything. Yeah, she was, and they said overacting. They said she got a lot of yeah,
I
no,
think
but they
that
showed the picture. They showed
no,
the picture of her.
no, I think that she appeared to be overly excited for Amy Madigan winning. I
I
think they made a
got
big
it,
deal
but they
about
were
that.
saying that's not what it was. The people who read your body language, the experts were saying, no, that was not that. That was the opposite. That was her objecting so much to the fact that she didn't get the nod.
Okay.
That's all
A
I'm saying.
win. You
And
mean a win.
what I want to say about our girl Teyana, she had a lot of energy and she looked lovely. And that's what I'm gonna say.
Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna go with the top shelf as well. I probably will go with about an 8.5. I thought it was really good. I would have liked to see my girl Rose Byrne win. I would have liked to see Teyana Taylor win. And I think that those are the major things. I mean, I guess you can't control anything else. I was, happy with one battle after another. I was happy that Ryan Coogler, and obviously I was happy with my man Michael B. Jordan winning. So,
And I was ecstatic that Michael B. Jordan mentioned that his dad had come in from Ghana to see him win, to share that night with him. Well, not necessarily, he didn't know he was going to win, but I just thought that was lovely. I just enjoyed it very much. I thought that was lovely.
okay, I need you to tell me three things that made you smile.
Sun, the stars, and the moon.
Okay. I'm gonna go with family, friends, and sports. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in to our special Oscar episode. We really appreciate you so much. Is there anything you want to say before we go, Ma?
No, I'm finished.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Bamgboshe Happy Hour. We'll be back with a brand new episode on Friday. And then, we will have our special episodes every other Monday. Don't forget to check out All Things Peju, home of the Bamgboshe Happy Hour, where we have uploads of different clips of things and shows, and also some stuff from the Bamgboshe Happy Hour. Be safe, guys, and we will see you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching.